Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about 10 courses that you can actually get for free. And these aren't courses at some random colleges. No, they come from Yale, Columbia University, and a whole bunch of other fancy colleges that would cost you an arm and a kidney to actually go there and actually pay for the whole tuition and so on. So being able to take these courses for free, one, is going to save you a ton of money because you don't have to spend that money on taking those courses. Two, it could also make you money because some of these courses can give you the skills you actually need to start making money. But my favorite part of it is basically, I wish I would have been able to take some courses introductory into accounting fully, so I could basically say maybe that's not really what I want to spend my time doing for the rest of my life, and not waste my time, my money, and be in a whole bunch of debt, which I'm not anymore. But a lot of people are in a ton of debt because of this. And by the way, my favorite one, honestly, is going to be number 7, and you'll see why when we actually get there. But let's get right into this video, okay? Number 1, guys, in the first course is going to be finance accountant and finance instruction classes. There are about 4 to 6 classes available, and some of these classes are even in Yale. Now, if you're wondering, Tommy, where do I go to actually take these classes for free? You could actually go to Coursera.com. The link is going to be down below. Don't worry, I got you. You don't need to leave the video just yet, but everything is going to be down in the description, so you can actually check it out later after this video. But the main thing I like about finance course and accounting courses is basically you may need to be a licensed accountant to do certain things, but you don't need to be a licensed accountant to enter into a verbal contract with a business owner that needs your help learning how to manage his business and how to balance his books overall. And that's one of the main things I used to do, okay? I used to go to businesses and offer them services, and they would actually just hire me right out. Although I'm an accountant, I never really utilized my accountant job degree in a traditional sense. Also, another big part of learning about finance classes for free from these big professors is going to be you can use those same skills to apply into investing, learning how to analyze a company, learning how to calculate its intrinsic value. But again, these are all introductory. So it's going to give you the basis, and that's going to help you decide if that's what you actually want to get into. And by the way, just 6 of these courses, well, 6 times 3 is about, what is that, like 18? That's 18 credits. In my old college, that would have been over $10,000 worth of money. I'd rather 10 times do this than watch Netflix or something else. Now, number 2, guys, is going to be business and entrepreneurship. I have to be honest with you guys, okay? I sincerely think that these degrees and classes and courses tend to be a big waste of time. Not because they have zero value, but because they are just not worth the money, in my opinion. Someone going to college to learn business management and entrepreneurship, spending 4 years there and paying over $100,000 to walk out with just a little information in their mind, to me, it's just not worth it. If you paid me $50,000 an hour just to chat to me and talk to me, I will take your money. But honestly, I don't think it'll be that much valuable to you. I think it'll be more valuable to you to keep your 50K and to utilize that money to do what you need to do, you know, because what I could teach you, I'm telling you right now, you know what I mean? So entrepreneurship classes can serve as getting some fundamentals down to understand the basics, and then going from there and taking it on and running. So you don't have to go into a full course and so on. Number 3, guys, is going to be economic classes. I wish I would have taken some classes on economy because all the knowledge that I've gathered from the economy has been external, has been from books, has been from self-learning. But I wish I would have gotten courses on those things because understanding how the economy works, how the game works, allows you to know how to operate. If you don't know what the rules of the games are, how it actually works, then how are you supposed to get rich? How are you supposed to make a bunch of money if you don't even know the rules in the first place? Now, what I've learned, honestly, from economy classes is basically that you can't control it. So just don't worry. Worry about your personal finance, your personal economics. And by the way, some of these courses are being offered by Columbia University, the college that Warren Buffett went to, the college that I dreamed of until I heard Warren Buffett saying it was a waste of time. I rather had just paid for Dale Carnegie course on how to win friends and influence people. It's a great book, by the way, but it's like $15 versus hundreds of thousands of dollars to some fancy college, okay? Kind of crazy. Now, courses number 4, okay, is going to be courses in computer science. These are also available on Coursera for free. And there's also AI technology, also language learning and programming and all this stuff. You can actually get this stuff literally for free. And the reason I'm talking about it here is because we all know everyone and their mama is talking about getting into software engineering or the tech field because there is so much money to be made. And honestly, if you like it, if you want to get into it, sure. But this will serve as an introduction so you can actually know, do I like it? Do I actually want to do this? Do I want to spend my time doing this? Okay. If the answer is no, look for something else because there are other degrees and other things you could actually do to make you money. And by the way, if I wanted to do coding and make money like that, I would probably not go into a degree, more like a boot camp, certificates and so on, because that qualifies me just the same to be able to get a fancy job that pays me a lot of money. By the way, not all the jobs you take have to be jobs you like. I have a friend, he does computer science. He works at Google. He makes a ton of money. He does not like his job, but he tells me all the time, Tommy, it's not about liking the job. I'm here for a time. I'm going to make a boatload of money. I'm going to invest it and I'm never going to work again. That's his idea, okay? And it's working for him so far. Now, number 5, guys, you won't even believe this course actually exists. But did you know that in the 1800s, they used to teach courses on household economics? And they also call it like domestic science and also like home economics overall. But these are the courses that people keep begging that we actually get in high school. Courses on how to manage a home, how to manage the money, how to spend the money wisely, how to basically run a household operation. A lot of these courses were taught obviously to women during those times, but these are still very valuable things for us to learn today. And here's why I say it, okay? The average person in America, whenever they buy food and those things to cook at home, they waste about 40% of all that food. Goes straight to the trash. That is money they're burning by not knowing how to manage it. On top of that, 2% of our food is actually produced at home. Most people don't even know how to plant a seed. They don't know how seeds work, but these type of courses could actually help you. Now, if you're wondering, Tommy, how do I get courses that aren't being taught anymore? Well, if you go to Cornell University's library, again, the information is going to be down below. You could actually find the textbooks that, by the way, are also free because they're out of the copyright idea, and you're able to get them and study them. I want you guys to consider that. I know, okay, not everyone likes reading, but also not everyone likes working or walking, but it is to our benefit. So you should learn how to sit down and read a book and basically learn as much as you can. And that is usually going to be the best way. One big thing that works for me is as you read, take notes. Read, take notes. Review your notes, write them down again. And that's going to help things stick into your mind. The more you train, the better you're going to get. Number 6, guys, is going to be manual training. I am a man, but I used to be a man with very little skills. I had no experience in woodwork. Today, I'm not like a woodwork expert, but I can defend myself in a few things here and there around my home. And that is awesome. But these courses were all about like manual training, learning how to do woodwork, metalwork, and a whole bunch of different things, even mechanics. Colleges don't really teach that anymore unless you go directly into those fields. I think these are like basic principles and skills that every man should basically have, like learning. I think every man, honestly, should have the basic skill to at least make for himself a chair and a table. And most men, especially me, for example, I couldn't do any of those things. So learning those skills are going to be valuable. Now, again, how do you get this stuff? The answer is going to be all those textbooks are going to be free and available to you with full instructions. And the best thing is that a lot of these tools, like whether it's Ryobi or whatever you want to get into, go into a pawn shop and buy these tools for a fraction of the price. And you're able to get started and learn these things. These skills can save you a lot of money, but these skills can also be very valuable in case of emergencies when you actually need them. Now, number 7, which I mentioned is my favorite one, is going to be gardening and food preservation, which is kind of crazy, right? You probably wouldn't think that that would be my favorite one. But honestly, when I think about gardening and being able to produce at least like 20 to 30% of all we eat, and you might say that's kind of crazy. People don't do that. But the truth is, just a few hundred years ago here in America, people did do that. People had vegetable gardens and all these things, and they were able to grow their food. And not on farms, like on their backyards and front yards, okay? It wasn't just fancy lawn with a whole bunch of grass. Did you guys know, by the way, that that was basically that rich people used to do that? They used to have these massive yards, nothing planted, to show that they had so much money they didn't need to plant anything like the peasants and so on, all right? But yeah, having a garden is going to massively, reduce your cost of living because that's all food you're going to be growing in. And also learning how to preserve your food, how to can things, how to store things correctly. That's a skill I recently just learned. We bought flour, we bought rice, we bought beans, and all these things can be basically stored for years and years and years and not go bad. And when you buy in bulk, you're also able to reduce your cost of living because it's going to be cheaper. So this is awesome. And although these used to be skills mostly directed to women, and honestly they kind of are, but in my sense, what I've learned is learning these skills myself and then helping my wife learn those skills, that you can kind of take them over with the household. But none of these skills are kind of like taught either to men or to women, and learning them can be very, very valuable, honestly, in my experience. Now, number 9, guys, is going to be, and by the way, here's my approach. There is a book, and it's called The Woman Who Spends. It's from 1904. These books were heavily targeted towards women, obviously, and also the household management. There's multiple editions. You could actually find that also. I'll read the description. But the idea is reading these books, and whether you're a man or a woman, if you're a woman, read it especially. But if you're a man and you're not married, read these things, because more than often, who you marry, they're probably not going to know these skills, because more than often, they're just not taught anymore. So me learning these skills, I was able to teach them to my wife in some ways, and then she does them a lot better than I can in so many ways, okay? Now, number 9 is going to be first aid and home nursing. There's literally a textbook. It's called the American Red Cross Textbook on Home Hygiene and Care for the Sick. And this textbook tells you exactly what to do in specific situation. I think today the norm is, if you feel sick, go to the hospital. If you have a headache, go to the hospital. If you fell down, go to the hospital. And that can kind of seem like cool and normal because everyone is doing. But what's actually happening is we're becoming so reliant on hospitals to the point where we don't know how to manage anything. We don't know how to manage a cough. We don't know how to manage a flu or a fever. We don't know how to manage absolutely nothing. And I think that is to our detriment. It is not to our benefit, if you know what I mean, all right? So learning these skills from these textbooks, which by the way, are also free, is going to be very helpful, because this way, for example, me and my family, just with like honey and garlic fermented, you can look it up, we've made like this powerful medicine that's supposed to help us out when we get like flus. You could also ferment like onions and garlic, more stuff. And there's just a whole bunch of things you could have prepared in your house that's basically stored and ready. So when you do get sick, you actually know what to do. Now, and by the way, there's also a great book that I would highly recommend. It's called Nutrition and Physical Degeneration by Price. It's a great book that talks about nutrition, because by the way, everyone should kind of have a basic understanding about how nutrition works. I think there are some professional people that think we're stupid or something like that, and that we have no common sense to be able to learn how to take care of our own bodies. I think that's ridiculous, honestly, and that you and I, we have the ability to learn how to take care of our nutrition and how to manage our health for the most part. Number 10 is going to be civics and constitutional literacy. This is not about politics. It is not about being on the right side or on the left side. It doesn't really matter. It's just picking sides or whatever. But it comes down to the basics of the infrastructure. How does our society basically work? And yeah, sure. When people would ask me about politics and the government, I would basically say, checks and balances, the Constitution, my freedom. But if you were to ask me really to go deep into those things, I couldn't tell you. I'm just going to be honest. I still can't tell you right now, because this is also a course that I myself want to get into, so I could learn all of those skills, so that way I can defend myself and I can understand what I'm actually being involved in here. And by the way, you could actually read the Federalist Papers from 1787 to 1788, and you could also read the U.S. Constitution, plus the amendments. Have you read the Constitution? I have not. I have not, honestly. It's like, I have rights. What are your rights? I don't know, right? So that is wild, I know. Now, just as a bonus, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I'm going to recommend, this is a lot of information. These are a lot of different courses. When you get into self-education, you're really seeing you could really be your own college, be your own teacher, and learn a whole bunch of skills on your own. So what I recommend is use ChatGPT or just use a notebook or whatever. Pick what interests you the most and design a plan for you to study and to learn, and take it one by one. And that way you could actually make it stick in your mind. Because if you just do all this stuff and learn all these things, you may not finish it whatsoever. I'll see you guys next time though. Peace.